The Butler Museum has been here since 1886. It was built for the New York, Susquehanna, and Western Rail line. Butler, New Jersey itself was one of the last stops on the railroad, last dusty stops on the railroad. We have a whole main street here right outside the museum, and the museum really in Butler, New Jersey has been the epicenter of the entire town. You know, they have pictures of this place before there was anything else, just the museum, and then of course everything sprang up around it. The museum's mission is to educate the public and to preserve and document history for future generations. We take it very seriously. NJPP reached out to us, and you know, me being the director of the museum, was happy to invite them in to take a look around, and kind of excited to see the results of today.
Alright, we are here at the Butler train station. As I start to introduce myself to the location and asking its permission to read it, and if there's any individuals from the history books that would like to come forward to tell their story or let themselves known. Okay, so I'm already seeing walking. I mean, I know it's a train station, but I'm seeing a woman walking back and forth, walking. She has a bit of a larger dress on, like not a worker's. This one is not a worker's outfit. This one is more of a fancy dress. So she's walking. There's also there's a lot of walking back and forth here. People moving, rushing. This is residual. This is mostly just residual activity on here. I'm seeing men in workers' clothes. They have a pack on, like they may have like a one-shoulder pack on with them, and they're dirty. Some of them are dirty.
Like dirt or like a material?
Like I'm also seeing, okay, I'm seeing, sorry, I know this is so difficult to out because there's two things here. So I am seeing passenger trains, but I'm also seeing like coal trains, like open coal or open like rocks inside, but they look dark, like open open cars. I don't know if that makes any sense. Do you know if this was originally for coal or iron?
I don't know coal or iron. I know there was a material that the area was known for.
Okay.
Do you want me to
No.
Okay. We could verify that though with Paul when we go inside about the
I am
coal
seeing open
and rock
box train cars, like
Okay.
open box train cars
like
with
industrial kind of.
rocks inside, like, but they look dark to me. I don't know what this is. And then I'm also seeing big box passenger trains also. Both of them. Big box passenger trains. Workers, but also like the weekend fancy people.
Okay.
Like
little
the
upscale clientele.
Yeah. Like there's two different groups. Like there's the weekend fancy people, and then there's just the workers. Like, I don't know, I keep wanting to call it coal. I don't know. I don't even think there is coal here to collect. I don't know.
Like you said, maybe iron, but
Yeah.
we'll have to verify with Paul if there was something.
And this woman in particular is a little more prominent than the rest of them. This woman, she'd be like 1890-ish time frame. 1890-ish. So dressed. Yeah, she's a little more prominent. And yeah, she just walks back and forth. She walks back and forth. I don't know what she's walking for or waiting for, why she's here. Waiting. Oh. And she was waiting for somebody and they never showed up. Yeah, something never arrived. Something never showed up. I'm getting like it is an item or something, but something very important. So it could also be a person that never showed up. Never showed up on the train. They wrote letters. They said they were coming. They never came. They never showed up. She feels like a wealthy woman in the area that would be living here in the Butler area. If I wanna say any name, I'm not very good at names.
Okay.
But it's like an Elizabeth. But again, I'm not very good with names. W. Maybe last name starts with a W. Like Wentworth. Something like that. Okay, so as I'm out here, there's a lot of...
Yes, over there.
So this is where I want to look.
Yeah.
So this is where I'm looking.
Yeah.
So as I'm out here, like I'm originally seeing a lot of residual walking, lots of people walking, lots of different ages, generations. I see women in fancier dresses. I see men in work clothes. I see men that are a little bit dirtier but have like a satch, kind of like how I had my thing on, like a satch. I also see more modern women with like the clicky heels, like the more like clicky heels. But in particular, there is this one woman who she's like around the 1890s time frame, and she is wearing a little bit more of a fancier dress, and she is pacing, waiting. Somebody never arrived. Somebody never came of importance, and she is looking this direction. So I asked if that was the direction like a train would come, like is that where she would be waiting for somebody to come?
Well, this is the direction the train goes. So,
Okay.
but I mean, it can go the other way. There's switches over there you can see.
Okay.
And this right here to the right is a train yard.
Okay.
So, and I only bring it up in case it can help you, because I don't know how long that's been there. It's been there a while. There have been people though, who have, met an untimely demise down there.
Don't tell me too much.
But somebody that's here in that time frame is probably just waiting for someone, like you said, to get here.
Yeah, she feels waiting. Somebody never arrived.
Yeah, nothing that jogs me in terms of history, but like I know at that time, like the late 1800s, there'd be nothing here. There's like nothing here at that time. Like the stores aren't here.
Was there a wealthier family in the area that would have used this train station?
Well, anybody would have used this train station. Everybody here, and there was money here, but
because she feels wealthy. She feels 40s. She feels wealthy. I mean, if I'm not great at names, but Elizabeth came forward in the last name of W. Like
Elizabeth.
I don't know.
Or I'm gonna write that down though.
And
I can ask Alan about that.
And she's waiting. So either like her husband never showed up, like somebody of like great importance never arrived on this train station for her. I don't feel like she goes inside. I don't feel like I don't know if people...
Nobody would really go inside.
Yeah, I don't feel like she's here, like just walking and waiting, and somebody never arrived.
My machine was going crazy right here. right where I'm standing right now. The neighbor inside before I had to take two, and I was like, it was definitely like sustained green. The second
The other thing I was seeing too, I was seeing two different kinds of cars on this train track. So I was seeing the bigger, boxier passenger cars, and then I was also seeing these open pit cars. So with like rocks in them. They looked dark to me. These rocks. I don't think there's coal in this area, but I mean I know there's iron, but I don't. But both of those are on this.
So
At least
yeah,
from what?
you're actually hitting the nail right on the head, Coal.
Oh, there is coal here. Oh.
That's crazy.
I didn't think there was coal, but I'm like, it's black. They're black.
So
it's black.
So before the renovation, anytime
I just got 1.9.
anytime there's that a train would go by when the place first, before it was renovated in the 90s, would be coal dust would come. You'd see it dropping down from the plug, and also even on the sills and down below.
The men were dirty that I saw. The worker men, dirty.
Okay.
And
so
I think you even asked me, you
Yeah.
were like, what kind of dirt? And I was like, I don't know.
Like dirt or a
dirty.
substance or something.
Well,
yeah.
on the right where where the ticket booth is in there?
Yeah.
That's where the original train station came to. The rest was built on after. And right at that point, there's a door that's been closed up here that you would turn the cart on the tracks and then right into the building.
Wow.
So they would drop things, and then on the front of the building, there's a big door that's been closed. So people would basically be going and there'd be coal, and people would be buying it probably. I would
Oh,
think.
wow. Okay.
And people would be picking
I've
it
never
up
picked
in
up
trucks.
coal in
No,
anywhere.
it's always iron.
It's always
yeah.
iron. But
Yeah.
I'm looking at these open
There's
pits,
open
and I was
pit
like,
trucks.
it's
Oh,
black.
Carts with black.
Yeah.
So I didn't
They
want
were-
to say right away when you said it, like you kept talking, because you smashed that like on the head.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, when we first came here, just to speak with you, the activity that's out here, I mean, that door was definitely moving. Like somebody was
Like
either letting us know
clicking
they were
it.
out here or
They were
yeah.
like trying it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That wasn't something that I heard prior to our visit when you were here.
Okay.
I never hear that over there. So we were talking about it. That's why we were getting those clips. Yeah,
Yep.
because that's why I wanted to do it this time. Because people were piling in here, getting on trains, coming to work,
Walking,
and stuff
moving
like
fast.
That, moving,
I
walking
mean, I
around.
know it's a train station. I could
Yeah.
just be making that up, but
Yeah.
there's just a lot of, like, you may be here, and you could feel somebody brush past you, maybe.
Yeah.
Like you might be just like standing here and be like,
Yeah, you're right.
Lights blinking.
didn't I say that earlier?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that. It is.
So I was standing here, and I said,
We have it on
"Lights
camera.
blink?"
And I'm like, I don't think so.
I've never seen that, man. I've never seen that. But again, I never really noticed that light at all.
Yeah.
But that's an old light right there. That is an
I did. I sat. I
That is an
stood over
original
there,
light.
and I looked up, and I said, "Do any of these lights blink?" I'm getting that the lights blink.
I'm like, he didn't mention lights blinking,
It's
Kim.
not
These,
0.4.
not these.
If anybody's around us, you could come up to us and light up these meters that we're holding.
That was right after I just said the man started coming. I just got that man.
What's he about? Not a good guy? Not a good? No, really?
Well, sometimes they can feel that way to me, not necessarily because they're bad, but because
They just get
of
that-
something happened to them, like something was shocking or some. So he feels like 1920s or 30s. He feels. I see him in a vest, a button vest with slacks and fairly nice shoes, but not like he's not wearing a worker's outfit,
Huh.
like a poll worker's outfit.
But
Getting just under 2.5.
it almost seems in this place like when we talk about stuff.
They show up because they appreciate it. A lot of times they just want to be acknowledged. It's not even like they're trying to do something to us. They just want to be like, it is me.